Hi everyone, welcome to another TillySpecs episode. I know it's been a long time since I made one of these. Again, sorry about that, but I hope to continue the TillySpecs series and introduce all these cool air plant species to you guys and let you know how I care for them, for them to thrive and grow very well. So today I am introducing a bulbous type of air plant that has a lot of trichomes, bloom easily, and pup easily as well. So do you have a guess already what it is? So it is the Tillandsia caput-medusae. So with a cool name like that, obviously the leaves does resemble the mythical goddess Medusa, and especially when it grows nice and long like this one, it really does look like the name. But yeah, so this is a very cool air plant to talk about, and I think one of those more introductory type of air plants. I put it in the last video about top 10 easiest air plants to care for. So yeah, let's dive right into it and talk a little bit more about the plant. I will switch the camera angle now. Alrighty, so Tillandsia caput-medusae is native to Central America and Mexico, and they grow in the wild on tree branches and other crevices between rocks. They do like quite a bit of sun. As you can see, they have a lot of trichome on their leaves, so that's why they appear to be more gray and white at the base. So which means they can take a little bit more sunlight than something like Tillandsia brachycaulos, which is more of a mesic type, green type Tillandsia. So one thing that's very cool about this plant is the purple hues on the side of the leaves here, especially more obvious when they get more light. So it kind of extends all the way to the near where the leaves come out, and then the top of the plant appears to be more green. But I think with more sunlight they can turn purple even near the tip here. So yeah, it's a very nice and beautiful xeric bulbous type of air plant. One more cool thing about them is that because of how fat the base is, I'll show you with this one. Yeah, so actually in the wild it's also a home for ants. Like a few other bulbous types of air plant, they provide homes right here at the base of the plant. Ants would be making their home there, and it's just pretty fun to think about. But if you grow your plants outside and you want to bring it inside for winter, for example, then you gotta be careful about that. Yeah, and as you can see right here, this one is blooming right now and has some nice and beautiful red spikes. So yeah, this one looks to have at least 2 to 3 blooming spikes and should be showtime in a few more weeks. It's already turning red. And I'll show you guys a few other examples of their growth here. This one has bloomed already last year. This is the mother plant, the bigger one, and it's starting to look kind of sad now because she's sending all the nutrients to the pup here. So this pup obviously was just a teeny tiny one when it first emerged, and now it's growing into a beautiful matured plant. It's already definitely more than half of the size of the mom, but I don't think this mother plant is gonna be able to produce another pup, so I'm just gonna leave it on the mother plant until it grows even larger. So yeah, so it will have enough nutrition. A few other plants to show you guys here. This one is kind of curlier than the first one I showed you and has nice new roots growing. So this is one of the signs that you can look on your air plants to see if they're happy in their growing conditions or not. And I have a very big one over here. This one is actually a rescued plant from my aunt. I got her this plant and she sadly kind of forgot about it, and it was looking super crispy, and I was able to nurse it back to life with a few overnight soaks. And it has a very interesting growth pattern. Yeah, it's more swirly and the leaves are more lime green than the other, compared to the other caput-medusae. So I'm not sure if it's a hybrid. It could be, but again, sometimes these things are hard to say. They can be labeled wrong. But yeah, it's a very nice plant that it has grown into. So let's talk a little bit more about care for these guys. Displaying them wise, they can take many different style of displays. Shells work really well for them. They can work well with containers as well. I use them in terrariums as well before, but be careful because they are bulbous. They are more prone to rotting. So if you're growing them in terrarium, then again, make sure you dry it out completely before you place them back into the home. Yeah, and cute containers like this can do them justice as well. But if you notice that most of the plant is inside of the pot, that's probably not a good idea because it's not doing much photosynthesis. So you might want to level the plant higher with some rocks or moss at the bottom of the pot. And in terms of watering, I water them pretty regularly with all the other air plants once a week soaking, and spray if needed. Sometimes they do show signs of dehydration by like a little bit of brown tips or the leaves becoming super curly. Yeah, but they're not as sensitive as something say like Streptophila, where the leaves curl in a lot. Yeah, so you might want to just keep a pretty regular watering schedule. And in terms of light, as mentioned before, they are xeric type, which means a lot of trichomes here. So they can take a bit of direct sun, but I wouldn't do like mid-afternoon kind of direct sun, more like mornings. Yeah, or right underneath the grow light if you grow them indoor. Yeah, so definitely one of those light-loving air plants. They'll grow faster if you give them more light. So in terms of difficulty, I would say this one gets a 4 out of 5, meaning it's not very difficult, because I think it's one of those, yeah, again, introductory type air plants. And if you just be careful with soaking and letting the water come out of the base of the plant, it doesn't usually have rot problems. So yeah, I would say it's not one of those super tough air plants to grow. So here we go. Yeah, that's a quick introductory plant video of caput-medusae. Hope you learned something about this plant, and if you have this plant in your collection already, now you know more about how to take care of it. If you don't have this plant in your collection yet, I think you should get one. This is a very fun air plant and pretty rewarding one to grow. As I said, they flower pretty easily, so yeah. As usual, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video and found it useful, please share with your friends, give me a like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you in the next one. There's more of these TillySpecs episode coming soon, so stay tuned. Thank you. Bye bye.